Hey everybody on YouTube, Hella Bella here, and I am here with Dante from Prison2Profit, and we are just going to do a little live stream, little interview for you guys to talk about Dante's reselling career. He sells on eBay and Amazon and Mercari, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
he's in the game. He's like really getting popular. He has a YouTube channel, and you can find a link to it in the comment section below or in the description below. And we're just going to talk about anything and everything. So I guess to get started, let's talk a little bit about what we both did today. So did you go to the bins today?
Oh yeah, I did. I went to the bins. I'm gonna say bright and early, but early enough. It was great. They had some pretty good finds. Found a bunch of. I was about to say drones, but that was last week. But today was like a lot of security systems and I guess you can yeah.
Yeah.
These
Oh.
things right here. I guess they're like for your ear, the earwax,
Uh-huh.
and it drains the earwax out. But today was $6 day, and we found like 9 of them, and
Whoa.
comps are anywhere between like $59 and $89.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's worth the trip, I guess. Do you have to
yeah.
wait in line to go in your bin store or?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, as soon as we get there, they open it. I mean, sometimes, I mean, the line's kind of long, but as soon as the door opens, everybody gets in for the most part. Nobody's really waiting.
Yeah. Ours has got they let 200 people in right now, so it's not as big, but it's definitely profitable. I found 5 books today that were $100 books for $5 a piece, so
Yes.
$500. I
Yes.
was like, yeah, this is awesome. Like, it's just almost seems too easy sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And that's books. So you like getting books too. That's like one of my top products to source for, especially for like Amazon. I mean, I love just finding books, especially in the bins, because nobody really looks for the books in the bins.
Yeah, it's
So
weird. They just ignore them almost. Like
yeah,
I've seen people put a book down and then I pick it up and it's like $100 book. So I think people just aren't like very aware of Amazon prices because eBay prices are usually like lower for books.
yes, that is true.
So,
Yep.
but
That's I preach that all the time on my channel. I try to tell everybody like you need to get on Amazon just for the like especially books in general because books they definitely sell. They're way more profitable on Amazon than eBay. Well, most products in general, but
yeah, anything that I'm like gated in, I just sell on eBay. So I just kind of use eBay to dump all of this other stuff.
yeah. So you don't sell on Macari or anything?
No, I've sold a little bit on Poshmark, and it just like I'm not into the taking pictures of clothing. Like it's just
Yeah.
so time consuming. So I think if I had a lister, I would probably go back to it.
No.
But the clothing here is just kind of like it's all like $15 items, and by the time you ship it and stuff, it's almost like it's not really when you compare it to the books I'm selling, it's like not really worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
got
I
a We got
go
a
ahead.
lot of people in the chat here. We've got Miss Cat, the flipping accountant, Brandy, Paris's attic, Courtney Tolman, and somebody just asked me, where are the bins in your area? So the bins in my area are there's some in Sheffield, Alabama, and there's some in I think Huntsville, and I know there's a few in Birmingham, Alabama. Do you have a couple different ones where you are?
Yeah, where I live in my area, and I have probably like five different bin stores I can go to within like a 30-mile radius just where I
Wow.
live. Yeah, so it's crazy. Like I went to another one for the first time yet the day before yesterday, and that's been there for ever. It's just like it's hard to leave one. I mean, you just once you have one bin store, it's hard to just leave that one and go to another. And then Dream
Yeah.
Deals is probably the best bin store around here too, though. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is Dream Deals all Amazon returns or do they get some of their own stuff in there?
It's mostly Amazon or returns. You might see some like Walmart overstock. You see a lot of overstock, so you'll see a lot of Chinese products. But Dream Deals is probably like the best bin store I've seen when it comes to like trying to incorporate uh American made products in their bins. Because a lot of bins you'll just find like a bunch of I don't want to say like low end material, but a
Yeah.
lot of products from China. So
Yeah, a lot of junk or a lot of
yeah, a
stuff
lot
that
people brandings.
yeah, people that's the thing with ours, like you'll see like a webcam or something and you'll see it, but you never heard of the brand or anything like that. And you're like, I don't know who I'm gonna sell this to, but sometimes I load my cart up and then I put half of it back. It just depends on what kind of
Yeah.
mood I'm in.
That's funny you said that. I had like five. I grabbed like five webcams today actually. So
Oh, nice, nice.
yeah.
Is it mostly electronics that they have that you also
They have,
got like medicine and stuff too, like
they
pills
have
and
everything. They have it. If you name it, like they have everything. Just say literally everything. Literally.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got some diet pills today that were like new in the box. They're like Ally diet pills. I think I'm gonna get at least $40 out of them. So
Nice.
it's a pretty good score. Is the pricing structure in your bins like 6, 5, 4, 3? Is that, do they just do every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, 6, then it goes to 4, then it skips to 2, 1, and then fill a bag day. Our fill a bag day is a $25 day. You just go in there with a big IKEA bag and just fill it as much as you want to.
Oh, our fill a bag day's $10 for a bag.
The new place I was telling you about, they have a fill a bag day for $6. And I'm gonna go there this Tuesday just to check it out. But I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go to the fill a bag day next week because I've never messed with it, but I think I can get some makeup and sell it as a lot
Yeah.
on eBay. I haven't done that in a while. That's kind of like a lot of work involved to lot it all out, but I thought about doing
You
that.
you can do that with cell phone cases too. Like just go there, just like every one blue moon, and just fill a bag of cell phone cases, light out the cell phone cases every time they sell. Just go back and get some more, fill a bag.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Well, we got a couple more people in the chat. Someone said, "Is your selling philosophy more of a price high and wait, or price lower and increase sell through rate?" You want to take that one?
Um, I think both, a mixture of both. Honestly, you want to actually do both. I want to price where the market's at really, but if I can go 50 cents under somebody, that I will do it every time because I want to burn and turn because I think every dollar I make can make me some more money. So it's like, if I can get that quick sale, even if it's only like a $3 profit, I can take that $3 profit and turn that $3 into another 20. So I think
Yeah,
that
I think you do want to have a mix of both. Like, obviously, you don't want stuff that's just sitting there forever, but some stuff, if it's going to make you more money, then you're okay to hold it for a little while. It really just I think you want a good mix of different things. Someone said, "I live in the Southwest, never heard of Ben's. Is that a discount store like Big Lots?" So basically what we're talking about is like they're all over the country, right? They're just Amazon return stores. And a lot of them have a thing where you can go $5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So each day the price goes down $1, and they have just everything that has been returned on Amazon or things that are about to expire. I've noticed come to mind a lot, like things that have a expiration date that is 90 days out, so it might be expired in a couple months. But that kind of stuff you can sell on eBay, so don't like overlook that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. I made like two key mistakes today. Like I bought an item that I was just so excited. I saw the profits, and normally I'm good about checking expiration dates, but I saw the profits and got so happy I just threw it in the cart, and then got home and was about to list it, and it expired in 2019. So I'm just like, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I have sold expired protein powder. I actually did that too, but it was on dollar day. So it was like $1 for this giant tub of protein powder. And I was like, well, I'll roll the dice on it. Maybe someone wants it. And I wound up buying like 10 of those for $10. And I sold them in lots of 2 for $30 on eBay. So, I mean, not a get rich quick scheme or anything, but it was like $10 or $12 profit on each lot. So, but yeah, let's talk a little bit about your eBay versus Amazon. So you got, what would you say, like 80-20, 50-50? How much of your inventory is on each one?
oh man, now it's I would say more eBay just because I had some problems with my Amazon account, so I had to get like everything literally sent back to me, destroyed some stuff, donated some stuff, and sent a bunch of stuff back in. So eBay now, but Amazon is like Amazon's my go-to. Like Amazon's my baby. I'll preach
Yeah.
Amazon all day to everybody. I think Amazon's the best platform that everybody needs to be on. Like it's the most profitable platform for me personally. Just the fact that you can just send your items into a place and just forget about the item completely and they get sold for you. That's a
Mm-hmm.
benefit in itself. The space, the fact that Amazon is the leading brand when it comes to getting something to your door in 24 hours now. I mean, the fact, well, eventually it'll be 24 hours, but 2 days. Like you have Prime members out there who already paying $12.99 for a month, so they're going to use that advantage that they have to get certain items shipped to them quicker. So you can kind of price your items a little bit higher than you can on eBay, and people trust Amazon for some reason. For some reason, more
Mm-hmm.
than they trust eBay. So I just think Amazon is like the best platform.
Yeah, I like that you brought that up because I have friends that I know who will be like, "Do you think it's sketchy to buy something off eBay?" I'm like, "No, like I don't, unless the person has like zero feedback." People don't trust eBay as much. So
No.
with Amazon, they've got their credit card already put in. All they have to do is, type in two or three numbers and click buy. And some people have one-click buy turned on. So, I mean, you've got a lot of people who they don't think twice. They just hit the button. They're like,
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
well, so you mostly you just do Amazon when you can, and then eBay for other stuff, kind of like what I do.
Yeah, exactly. Every day when I scan. If I scan something, Amazon first, and if it doesn't sell on Amazon, I immediately, like you said, just put it on eBay. And if I scan something, if it's profitable on eBay, I'll take it. Like I'm a full-time reseller, so I'm not picky at all. I mean, I'll put anything on any platform for the most part.
Right. Yeah. I'm not personal about it. Like whichever one's going to make me money. Like I'm not trying to say one versus the other because they both have pros and cons.
Yes, exactly. I agree with that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how you got started. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of your videos, like a lot, because I just am so like mesmerized with somebody who can just start from the ground up and build something. I watched your first couple of sourcing videos where you're going to like Goodwill and stuff. And now to see how far you've come in a couple of years, it's like insane. Did you feel like you were going to get to this point where you were like, okay, I'm just a full-time reseller now?
No, not at all. Not at all. I didn't even. It was just something I was doing for fun. So I guess okay. So my background, I guess, Prison2Profit is my name. I did 10 years in the penitentiary. Um, I live in the state of South Carolina. Well, pretty much. I don't want to tell like my whole story, but I will pretty much give you like a rough story. We'd be here all day. But our charge is armed robbery. It's an armed robbery charge. But in the state of South Carolina, we have a law where it's like the hand of one is the hand of all. So
Oh
pretty much,
yeah,
I was again. I don't want to seem completely innocent or anything like that. So I'll just I want to put that out there too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I was just with some people who what I'm saying, we just got into a bad
yeah.
situation, and that ended up putting me behind bars for like 10 years of my life. Again, I don't want to say that I'm completely innocent, but I did not
Right.
deserve 10 years of my life to be
No,
gone
and
in
it's
any
just kind of
circumstance.
like
Like,
running with the wrong crowd at the wrong
yeah.
time.
So, and then you just have so many people doubting you in life, and then just being back there, like everybody abandoning you, and just like eventually you just have to feel like you have nothing. And when you come home, I mean, don't get me, I have my mother, obviously, and so, but you don't want to lean. Well, I'm me. I can't speak about nobody else. I'm
Mhm.
not the type of person who would like to lean on anybody, their mother, their significant other, their anybody. Like I
Mhm.
want to do everything on my own. I just feel like I'm a go getter, so I want to do it on my own. So I started when I came home. I immediately got a job. I start walking the streets. I walked. I didn't have any excuse because I didn't have a car. I walked till I got a job.
Mhm.
Got a job being a cook at May. I was making like a measly $9 an hour, I believe, if that.
Mhm.
And I worked there until I got another job. I was working two jobs, and then eventually, I discovered a dude named LeVar Aviance on YouTube. He was pretty much like a reseller,
Mhm.
and he was always talking about Amazon FBA. And then of course you see Riley Roots and Flipping
Mhm.
Junk and Tesla Picker and Harry Tornado and just so many other
Mhm.
people. And you just get intrigued. And I was like, man, and especially like LeVar, just because he's like who I relate to. He was a black male. You know what I'm saying? You kind of relate to who you
Right.
kind of
Yeah. Exactly.
So then just watching him and just seeing like I was like, I'm like, if he can do it, not to be cocky, I can do it. There's no way that I shouldn't be able to do it. So then I tried, what I'm saying? I tried and I failed a few times, and I just kept getting back up. There was always a reason to get back up and try again. So I started with, like I said, $30 pretty much in essence, and Amazon FBA was pretty much my main thing for like the first year. And then I met a guy as I was scanning one day, because usually, like I said, if somebody's scanning next to me, I'm not the person to be like, oh my God, and try to hide. I'll go talk to you
Yeah.
like, hey man,
I'm
you're doing what I'm doing. Like I love that.
yeah. I'm
So
always
I
like,
met another guy.
hey.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I met another guy, and he pretty much told me about eBay, and then I got on eBay pretty much like 8 months after my Amazon journey, and I've just been addicted ever since. And then I was working another job. I was a manager at another job, and try to make a long story short, pretty much my paychecks were about the same working at my job and then working for like Amazon. And so I was like, I might as well just do this on my own, especially when the pandemic happened. It was like, yeah, I'm definitely not doing
Yeah,
this.
and
There's
we
no point.
saw so many people lose their jobs during the pandemic. So those people who thought they had this job security were wrong, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Like seriously, you never know. And that's one thing that will never go out of business. Like people will always want to buy, barter, and sell. Like you can never stop that.
Yeah, it's like it's the oldest thing in the book is buying something and reselling it. Like it's just it's a repeatable, scalable business model.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool that you did all that. But when you got out of prison, did you know anybody who was reselling, or you just found it all on YouTube?
Yeah, I just found out everything on YouTube and just indulged. I was a slow starter though, because I watched YouTube for about a good 2.5 months before I got my feet actually wet. I wish I would have did it a little bit earlier, but
Yeah,
not really, because it was my study. I like studying, so that was my studying form, you know.
yeah,
So I was
but
just
you
studying.
do realize like there's people who watch YouTube for 2 or 3 years and don't do anything.
Yeah,
So like if you're
yeah.
watching this, get off the couch and go do
Please,
something.
please.
Like, cause
Yeah,
there's nothing that we know that you can't find out or learn. Like, cause I mean, I didn't really know anything. I started this when I was super young too, and I learned something new every day. Like I learned through my mistakes, and when people are nice enough to put their mistakes on YouTube, I learn from their mistakes. So it's kind of a collective learning tool if you're in the reseller community.
most definitely, I agree. This community is like one of the best communities. Like I will always say, this community is like better than like my friends because it's how they embrace you, and just like everybody, we like the same thing. So there's really
Yeah.
not that much competition, and it's a good thing. I love it.
Yeah, and it's nice to be around other people who want you to win and who aren't jealous of you when you win. Because I have a lot of friends who like I almost feel bad about telling them when I get a really good flip, because they're like I might have made in like one flip what they make in like 2 or 3 days at their job, and I'm like, I told you to do this whole reselling thing, like you
Yeah,
didn't listen to me.
yeah, but I think that's like their fault. I think you gotta get to a mindset where you just keep beating it in their head though, so that might motivate them. Like eventually, maybe they'll grasp. I mean, I don't get it how people, like you said, they can see us or see others on TV, how we always talk about the profits and how much money we can make, and they just sit back in awe, or they just say, oh, I just too much, it's just too much work for me, or I don't. But you can go work for somebody else at probably harder than what you would work for yourself. I don't get human beings sometimes.
Yeah, the logic is not there for sure. And you work for longer. Like personally, I work on reselling every day, but there's some days where I only work on it maybe 2 or 3 hours, So and there's other days where I work on it for 16 hours.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Yeah,
Do
Q4
you
that'd be one of those.
so you have a storage unit?
Yes, I have a one that was like 5x10, I think. 5x10 maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh,
But yeah, and I need to get like one more shelf. It's really coming together. I have something in there I need to get rid of to give me a little bit more space, but eventually I'm trying to get like a one of those storage units that you see on Bin Wars or Storage Wars, like one of those
mhm.
big. Yeah, that's the goal, like at the beginning of the next year. I would like to have one of
Right.
those at my house.
Do you store
I love it.
all your inventory there, or you keep part of it at your house?
It's like a system. So if I'll go sourcing for inventory, I'll bring it home, and then I'll list that inventory, and then the
Mhm.
items that I have to ship. After I list all the inventory at home, I'll take all the items that I listed at home and take those to the storage building and drop those off and insert them into where they need to be, and then I'll take all the inventory out from where it needs to be, and then I'll bring
Mhm.
that back home, and then I'll ship those out. And then pretty much, I mean, I always have stuff at the house, but sometimes I don't. I mean, it just depends.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of getting not out of control, but I've got all mine in my house, so it's getting to the point where I'm like, I've dedicated one room in my house for an office, and it has shelves like wall to wall with everything that I'm gonna sell on eBay and gonna sell on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, and I'm like, okay, you cannot buy more than this. If you buy more, you have to send it into FBA. So that's kind of getting to the point where I'm like, I gotta either run some sales on some of this stuff. But what do you think about having a death pile? Are you pro death pile, or are you like, nah, I don't want a death pile?
Oh man, I'm about to contradict myself bad, but I am so anti death pile. And I had a huge death pile, but the only reason I had a death pile was because in my mind I was about to hire a few people, and I hired somebody, and that was the person I thought was going to go through my death pile, so I can keep accumulating stuff for that. So I kept buying stuff for somebody to go through a bunch of items, but that ended up not panning out, and then I just had this huge death pile that ended up me and my significant we had to go through, and we pretty much knocked everything down. And then I have like one big box that I do for like mystery boxes of items, and I mean that's about it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so in death pile. I mean, there's if you can grab it, you can list it. I mean, why not? The same day,
Right.
the same day that you grabbed it, or within a few hours, you can list it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I try to do like a first in, first out method where if I brought it in that week, I need to get it out of there that week. Like I don't want to have too much stuff taking up space because before you know it, you've got stuff from a month ago that you put money into and you haven't got any money out of.
Mhm. That is so true. Like, well, like right now, the stuff I said, we went to the bin store today, and I purchased 71 items. We've listed all of them, but like maybe like 8 or 9, and obviously 10 were like personal items, but everything else is pretty much listed. We have like I said, about 5 or 6 items left to list. So
Yeah, that's not too
came
bad then.
home and immediately just start listing. I mean, just so we don't have that death pile problem.
Yeah. We got a question from the chat, and hopefully this is kind of insightful for both of us. But Paris says you don't have the prison vibe. What makes you unique in that aspect? And before we answer this, I just want to say, like, a lot of people go to prison. It's a lot of things in our society that aren't really correct. Some people go to prison for years, and then another person gets a slap on the wrist. So it's not an equal thing in our society. There are a lot of people who are incarcerated right now that really don't need to be. And it's a problem. If you read any books about it, it's a huge problem and it's a profitable industry in America. But anyways, I'll let you kind of take that. I could rant about it because I have a lot of family who's done time, and it's just like you don't realize how hard it is and what you go through in there.
Facts. Well, yeah, that is so true. People have no idea what a prisoner really goes through. Like, I mean, again, a lot of us, we put ourselves in those situations to be behind those walls. There are some people behind those walls who really don't deserve all the time that they have, but they do deserve to be there. But yeah, that's a whole nother subject in itself, man. Prisons is just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the prison vibe question, I appreciate that. A lot of people say that though. A lot of people, when I tell them I've been to prison or did a lot of time, it shocks them. But I mean, I never was a prisoner to begin with. So maybe that's where that came from. Like I said, I just really got caught up in a bad situation. I guess that's what it really is. Again, I don't want to like throw it off like, what I'm saying, I'm completely innocent, because I'm not completely innocent at all. But it's just like I was just in a bad situation. My mind frame at that age where I just felt like I had to be uh a follower. I was a follower. So that's the best word to put it in
Yeah.
this mind.
Well,
I
I
was
mean,
a follower, so there was
a lot of us are like that when we're young, right? Like we just want to fit in.
yeah, pretty
So
much.
but I don't
And that was
think
a
there's
situation where I couldn't get away. So
I don't think there's any shame at all about it. Like even if you like, what makes a person have a prison vibe? I don't know. Like maybe people see a lot of stuff in the movies about it.
yeah.
I feel like the average person just has no clue what
Guess
it's
I'm supposed to be in a
actually
wife
like.
beater and have tattoos all over or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and somebody asked earlier, what is a death pile? I don't know if this person's a I
Yeah,
don't know if
that
this
can't be a
person's a
reseller.
the death pile is when you have so much stuff that you bought, it turns into this giant pile in your house that you can't really look at it, but you know it's there. You're just ashamed of it because you bought all that stuff with good intentions, and it's just sitting there waiting to be listed. So that's basically a death pile. Well, I have
Yeah,
one
so if you're a
question
seller
for
and you don't
you.
have one of those, that's great.
Have you ever bought a pallet? I feel like I saw this on your channel, something
Oh
about
yeah.
pallets.
Oh yeah, I love buying pallets. I bought one earlier about a few months, 2 months ago. Um it's been a while since I bought like pallets on a regular basis, because they're getting hard to buy ever since that show came out and jacked up all
Yeah,
the prices. So I mean, as far as no, I mean, with the bin store, it's like I'm buying pallets every weekend. I
yeah,
mean, it's
I like that aspect of the bins because you get to get what you want out of the pallet.
yes,
You don't have to buy
yes,
it. And
yes, that's exactly. And I think I'm
did you
spoiled. The bin store has me so spoiled. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I feel bad that I don't have to go anywhere else, because, like, really, I want to say I could really live out the bin store. So,
Yeah, I have I kind of wanted to buy a pallet before, but I have some friends who bought one and they spent like $1,000 on something and they said it was mostly just crap, and I was like, well, tell me who you bought that from, so I never used them.
yeah,
Um, Did you have like a manifest when you would buy them, or was it just all just random?
It was just random. I used to buy like Amazon returns. So pretty much I would buy the same pallets that we see in the bin stores. Those would be the pallets I would be buying.
Gotcha.
They were very cheap at the time though. I think we were paying $600 for a pallet, I want to say. And like the return was so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Like those same pallets today are going for like 2 grand. So
Yeah,
it's I
it's
don't
kind of
know.
like it's almost to the point where you just rather go to the Dream Deals place.
Yeah, I'm seriously. I mean the job of a reseller, we want to make as much money as we can. And I don't like I said, I know a pallet would be profitable, but I think the margins just wouldn't be there for me. I like the margins that they offer. So
Yeah. Have you you have a lot of other sourcing spots like thrift stores where you are?
oh yeah, I live in my city. There's an abundance of stores like Goodwills, just like mom and pop's little Goodwills. Obviously, we have like 5 Walmarts within but a 30-minute drive. Lowe's in every corner, Home Depot, Ross's. Sourcing here is
Yeah.
abundant. Then like our flea markets, we have like 4 flea markets in the area. Um, yeah, I think I'm lucky. Josh,
Mhm.
Harry Tornado, he kind of talks
Mhm.
about how we live in like one of the best parts of the country for sourcing, and when he really breaks it down, like yeah, we really do. I mean, I do at least.
Yeah, I feel kind of like that as well, which I live 2 hours from Nashville. So if I want to go on a sourcing trip, I can source the whole way because there's a town like an hour in between me and Nashville. So I hit all of their stores and then I hit all the stores in Nashville, all the stores in Franklin, like, and it's very easy to just go on a weekend trip and source. Do you ever go on sourcing trips?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, all the time. I usually get in my car. I haven't done this in a while, a few weeks actually. I usually get in my car and just get lost, like literally just drive out somewhere, don't know where I'm going, and then once I get far out enough, I'll turn on my GPS and put in Goodwill or thrift store, and whatever pops up, that's what I just start sourcing.
I'm all for going somewhere else new because I it does get boring to go the same places over and over again. You
Yeah,
gotta
it
mix it
does.
up. Are you into retail arbitrage or are you just mainly doing like thrifted stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean, retail arbitrage when I hit like Walmarts, and yeah,
Mhm.
I do it all. Like I don't, when it comes to this reselling game, I try to dip my toes in everything. I probably
Yeah,
Retail arbitrage. It's just like the profit margins for retail arbitrage are, they're slim. And when I
yeah,
do, like I said, retail arbitrage is mainly for Amazon,
yeah. I'm dealing with that now
for me at
because
least.
it's a very like capital intensive. Like I went to Ross today, and it's like stuff that I paid 24 is only going to make me 10, and I'm like, or I could just put that money into other stuff. So it just depends on where you're at. Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
have I have kind of like a goal of inventory that I want to reach on Amazon. Like I want to have 1,000 items in stock. So I'm kind of working on that, like slowly but
me too.
surely. But do you have any like listing goals every month, or do you have like a certain amount that you want to get up, or
Yeah, I want to get to 1,000
a
listings.
thousand?
That's my goal too.
All
I want
right,
to get there by the end of the year. I think I'll
all
do it. I think I'm at like what, 500, 400 listings right now, 400 or 500
right.
listings right now. Um,
This is on eBay
yeah,
or
I
on
know it's
Amazon?
achievable. On eBay. That's just on eBay.
Oh,
But
okay,
Amazon, I had 862 listings or something like that before this whole debacle happened. But I just
mm-hmm.
sent back in like right now I have 120 something active listings on Amazon. But that'll get back that I'll have like a 4,000 before. I had like 4,000 at one point or 1,000 and 1,400 at one point.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
killing
don't
it.
think
Like I was killing Amazon. Like I
that's
was, yeah,
awesome.
Amazon. Yeah, I was killing Amazon.
I
Amazon's
don't.
so profitable.
It's so fast too. By the time your stuff gets checked into the warehouse, it's like it
It
sells almost
sells.
immediately. Like
Yeah.
and we're not exaggerating. Like I sent some stuff in and it got there today, and then I checked my account today and I had like $480 in sales today. I was like, damn, that's nice.
Yes. Yes. I love how, and then now I love how when as soon as you put something in your tracking, let's say if when you're in the screen, you tell Amazon you're going to ship something out on Tuesday. If somebody wants that product and they're not an Amazon Prime member, and they have elected to get that product on like a later date, they'll sell your product while it's still sitting in your house because you told Amazon that you're sending the shipment out the next day,
Mhm.
especially if you have a good history with Amazon. So like
Yeah.
crazy how quick your items, especially when you follow, of course you follow like the BSR rankings. What are you ranking? What do you like for rankings?
Well, I like in books, it's really depends on how much money I'm gonna make, but I'll buy like 6 million ranked books. And I know people are afraid of that. But like if I'm gonna make $100 off of it and it's 6 million rank, yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. Especially if I use Scout IQ, so it has that
Mm,
it has the E score. So the E score tells you how many times it's sold in the last 180 days. So if the rank is 6 million, but the E score is like 2 or 3, I'll just buy it. But typically in books, like if it's under a million rank, I would consider that a pretty fast moving book.
oh yeah.
And then under 500,000 rank, super great deal. Which textbook season will change everything. The numbers will kind of move around a little bit, but as for like clothing and stuff, I'm getting to the point where I'm learning that a little bit, and I'm just trying to stay under 1 million rank in clothing. But somebody brought up the fact that you like if you're going to sell a pair of shoes,
Mhm.
every size is on the same listing. So like the rank will be for every size. So in that case, you kind of have to think about how many would be selling in every single size. And the same for bras, I think. Like every size will be on one listing. So if the rank is really high, it's a bad buy. And then for like grocery category, I try to stay under 200,000. Um, but that's just because I know groceries will expire. So
Yeah.
if the expiration date's 2 or 3 years out, I'll be a little bit more lenient with it. But if the expiration date is coming up soon, then I'll try to get stuff that moves pretty fast.
I'm very, very similar. Books 2 million and under. I always preach anything 2 million and under. I'll buy because that's like 30 books selling a month. When it comes to like grocery, anything like 150,000 and under, I'll definitely take. Clothing, I'm very picky about clothing, so it's like it gotta have like 200,000 or under.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I've started putting the rank in everything that I sell in the SKU. Like I put the rank that it was when I send it in. So now I'm learning like different ranks in clothing just by seeing what's selling. Because I sold some. Let's see, I just sold a book that was 1 million rank, and it sold in a week. So that tells you anything, like the rank was 1 million when I sent it in, and then it sold in a week. So does rank
Yeah.
really even matter that much? Like,
Yeah, I mean it does, but it like you said, it does, but it doesn't. Much like you said, it's probably was it a textbook season?
Um,
So
it
like
was
so
a
changes the
big
rank.
yeah, it was a more expensive book.
Yeah. So like textbook season, like around this time, you can get those books that are like 6 million rank, like you said. And I agree. If I see a book and it's 6 million rank, and if it's going to profit me $50, I'm definitely going to grab that book because eventually somebody's going to come along and want that book, and hopefully that book will be gone before the eBay. I mean, before the Amazon storage fees come up. So I mean, but
Right. Yeah, my IPI score is really bad right now. It's like 450 something. And they told me that I actually like reached my limit for inventory about 2 weeks ago for regular size. Like I could still send in clothes and stuff. So I had to
mm,
go and like throw away like 80 different units, but it was all books that were old, and so I just disposed of them, and then I had like plenty of storage. So I noticed they're getting more and more like stringent on they don't want stuff in the warehouse that is not moving.
mm-mm,
So they're going to make you pay for it if so.
yeah, they didn't want you sending it in. They stopped people from sending in like items that's been sitting in storage for a while. Yes, it's eBay. I mean, yeah, I keep saying eBay. Amazon is getting so strict. I mean, they've been strict, but now it's like, hmm.
Yeah, they're getting really strict on things. Have you tried to get ungated in anything yet?
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I have to get you ungated in almost anything. You want to be ungated.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's another thing that's starting to get people. I think new sellers get frustrated because they go scanning and then half of the stuff they scan is like you're gated. So then they're like, "Well, I
Gated.
can't." Yeah, like the gates
Yeah,
are up.
this is a simple solution. All they gotta do is just go buy the product and send the receipt in Amazon. Simple
Yeah.
solution in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's not as hard as people make it out to be, I don't think. Do you have like any goals for next year set? Because I'm really trying to. I'm thinking I'm gonna set a goal for 6 figures next year on Amazon. Like I think combined I have 6 figure sales, but like that's on all the platforms.
Yeah.
Um, do you have a big goal yet, or have you kind of thought about that?
Um, yeah, my biggest goal would probably be like the 2022. I think like next year, the beginning of next year will probably like my second hardest working year of my life. Um, because I wanna be able to say I'm about to open a bin store in 2022 somewhere. So that's like my main goal. Like the last 6 months of 2021, I would like to be just really grinding like every single like every hour of the day pretty much. Like I want to go harder than I'm going now because I know it's possible. So and then like the beginning of the year I'll be completely getting out of debt. So I think that's pretty much the goal I had for this
Yeah,
year. So I'll be
yeah,
finishing up that goal and starting the new goal of starting saving for the bin store slash other accounts. And like, I feel like I want as much passive income as possible. If I want to be like the Black Mr. Beast and then eventually bless the world, I'm gonna have to like start now and accumulate as many different incomes as possible, even if it's only generating $1 in this platform. I just have to try to put my feet wet. So affiliate marketing is something I need to start getting into. Just even like merch or yeah, just anything. I
yeah,
want to be able to flip houses eventually or rent
yeah.
property. So I
Well,
want to be think beyond reselling.
yeah, we're kind of wired the same way. Like I'm just doing this because this is making me money. Like this is not the end goal. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts. What is your end goal?
I really want to buy more properties. So I just paid off my house this year, and so I'm probably gonna buy another house soon. Not soon, but in the next year or two, I probably will. And the real estate where I live is really cheap. You can get a house for like $100,000 here, which is probably not super high. In the south, anywhere in the south, that's not super popular, but
Yeah.
um, I wanna have passive income through rental properties. So that's one thing that I'm really thinking about. And the fact that I don't have a real job means that like if I want a retirement, I have to make my own retirement. So I'm 26, but I'm thinking ahead, and I'm like, I want to have something that I can lean on. If something, if I need to sell a property and pull out 150 grand from it, then I can do that if I have one. But it's not possible if you don't buy anything. And everyone I've talked to about real estate says like buy it now while you're young, and then when you get older, it's gonna go up in value. So that's kind of
Yes.
like one of the things.
I agree. I want to do the same thing. I want to put some property on it. Like I think my ambitions are. I don't want to say the word. They're too ambitious because I don't think. I mean, I do think there's certain things that are too ambitious, but I mean, my goals are. I have so many goals, so many different goals that I want to accomplish. I think my plate might be too big at this moment, but I just
But
don't want
but you break everything
to.
down, like you're sitting there thinking about the end of next year and then the next year. So it's not like you're trying to do it all really fast.
Yeah, but there's a lot of little things that I'm trying to in the goals as well. Like there's the main goal, and then there's like a bunch of mini goals that I'm trying to
Yeah, well,
interject in
that's
the
true.
main goal as well.
But
So I
but
think
the
that
you know the point is that
I don't know
you have a lot of goals. I mean, that's great. I mean,
passion. That's what I call it.
yeah, people who have goals are like usually way more successful, even if your goals are 5 years down the road. Like just the act of thinking about it, I feel like puts it in motion. Got a little bit of a lag here. You're cutting out on me a little bit, Dante.
Hope so. Just wanna just keep doing it. I mean, I just got to keep striving for it. It's all we can do. Just keep trying every day, every day. I have no patience. I feel like it should happen tomorrow.
Well, that'd be nice, but as far as work ethic goes, you do have to put it in the work every single day to get to that point. You still hearing me okay? I think there might be a little bit of a lag. Let's see. Well, do you want to wrap up since our connection's kind of going off?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just the picture's a little off. But what we kind of planned for this, Dante, you said your internet's not the greatest, so
I can hear you though. I don't know if
that's good. Okay, yeah, I can hear you. It's just a little bit of a delay in the video, but have you got any plans to expand to different platforms besides Mercari? I know you kind of said a little bit about that.
Yeah. No, not really. I think I'm already on too many platforms as it is. I barely get like one sale every blue moon on Poshmark. I really am just thinking about like getting rid of Poshmark as it is, and maybe just narrow it down to Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, and then
Yeah. Those are the two giants. So, I mean, as long as you're selling on both of those, I think you'll be good to go. Well,
Yeah,
guys, I'm gonna give away this book really quick, and it's a book that I really like, and it's Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. I want to give this to somebody who really wants to read it and who feels like it'll make a difference. So if you want to win the book and you're in the live chat right now, just leave a comment with something that you want to accomplish next year in the year 2021, and I will pick a winner from that. We've got 5 people in the chat, so if you are the winner, I'll just go ahead and wait until we get some comments in, but I'll let you know, and then you can message me on Instagram at Bella Stay Fly to claim your book, and I will mail it to you. The winner of the last one was One Thrift Cookie, and I like that name. It's pretty cute, but I emailed her and sent the book to her, so she got a copy. So I want to give this copy out. And Dante, I just really want to thank you for coming on. You really blessed me in a way that I don't know if you know or not, but it means a lot to me that you came on here, and the way that you kind of give back to the reselling community means a lot to me. And to just see somebody who has positive energy all the time, like, it's just really nice. Like, I feel like if more people were like you, the world would be a better place. So thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you inviting me on the show. I mean, it definitely means a lot. Like, just having the community just embrace me. I mean, that definitely means a lot, and yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And I know great things are in store for you too. So keep up the hard work and just keep pushing, because it's coming. Like, everything that you desire, it's on the way.
Yeah. Well, there's no telling where we're gonna be this time next year, is it?
No, no.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the stream now, but you guys, if you want to check out Dante's channel, it's called Prison2Profit, and I do have a link to his channel in the description below. So all you have to do is scroll down and click on it. Make sure you subscribe to him, because listen, you don't want to miss anything that this guy puts out. He's putting out gold. Like, every single week you put out a video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is probably going to be the best video that I watched this week. So go over there and subscribe to him. And guys, we will catch you in the next video. Dante, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me again.
All right. See ya.